It's Mike Jones with iHeartRadio, and I got Mike and Ben, Royal Blood. Boys, good to see you again. It's been a long time.
Good to see you, Mike Jones. How are you?
I'm great, guys. It's something we've been missing, and I know you guys are dying to play shows and get back out there and everything. The pounding, the in your face, the Royal Blood, good times that we get at concerts, man. It's got to be killing you guys not to be able to go out there right now.
Yeah, way to rub it in.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does. It sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to rub it in just for you, though, because all of us, I mean, it's you guys, it's the Foo Fighters, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and every up-and-coming band. It's just like, when can we get this stuff back to normal? Is there any word in England? What's going on with you guys over there?
It's not looking good over here. We're about to go into another lockdown. So,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ben,
it would be useful if I was an expert on pandemics.
None of us really
are. Ben, what's your thoughts on the global pandemic?
Well, being global is successful, isn't it? Really, for a pandemic, it's done really well.
It's going well for COVID.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. Do you guys at least live pretty close together where you can get together every day and jam and everything?
Yeah, Ben's actually in the other room over there.
Oh.
Yeah, if you look down, I can see him.
Oh. Well, that makes things a lot easier then. Well, boys, let's talk about all the music you've been making and everything. First off, Trouble's Coming. I mean, right off the bat, and a bunch of my friends have said this, we talk about it as one of our favorite new songs. First listen, boom, in your face, it's pounding and driving, but it's got the dance factor too. It's something different for you guys and a very cool return with something new for Royal Blood.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. It's, I think that kind of danceability is something that we were getting excited about when making this record,
Mm-hmm.
The Trouble's Coming is obviously a part of the new album. Yeah, and that kind of like, I guess we also didn't want to lose our mojo and lose our vibe, We wanted to keep it kind of riff centric and, essentially keep it to what we know and what we know we're good at. But also, we don't want to do the same thing every record. And I hope that people agree with us, because who wants the same thing every time, right?
Absolutely.
That's kind of boring. So yeah, for us, we wanted to do something fresh, do something new, but make it rad nevertheless.
Ben, what did you add on? Like I hear different things from the last record, How Do We Get So Dark? I hear a lot different stuff from that to Trouble's Coming, and I'm sure that's going to be more on the other songs too. Like, how do you approach that now with your drumming and, you guys just being two members in Royal Blood? Like, you got to add a lot more to keep things moving forward, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a progression, I think, in our music, and sometimes with progression you have to take things away and let other elements of music be added and join the party. So for the drumming sense of things, it's a lot more groove based, a lot more almost like dance music, so a lot of 4 to the floor kind of straight beats, but then there's a lot more going on in these tunes and a lot more that I'm going to have to work out how to do live.
It's a lot more intricate probably for you than before.
Yeah, absolutely. Where
that's meat and potatoes. I guess this time around as well, we've added extra layers and keyboards and stuff and samples, and it's a self-produced album, so this is stuff that we've wanted to include and kind of inject around our sound. But what a lot of people don't realize is that all that stuff that even we were doing a little bit of on the second album, that Ben is actually doing all of that live. So Ben has 3 or 4 triggers on his kit. So he's playing the drum parts, but then also triggering different keyboard parts, because we don't play to a backing track or a click. We kind of believe in doing everything live. So Ben's kind of doing a lot of the heavy lifting on this record.
That's interesting you brought that up because I was actually going to ask if you guys had to given any thought. I mean, the show's awesome. It's just the two of you on stage doing all that. If there was any thought of maybe having anyone join you for the live shows. But Ben, if you got it covered, like if you have, I don't know, is it a drum pad, a machine with all those parts in there that you can hit and keep on rolling?
They're like little rubber cigars.
Yeah, they're just little things, little pads around the kit that I can access quite easily with doing the drum parts as well. And like even I have a foot trigger for one of them as well, which in the old record we used for the years in Lights Out, where just so we can have those elements, but not have to have computers or anything like that.
Or have it like someone's off to the side timing everything out and the show is rigid, perfect every time. You want to have those things at your control.
I mean, if they're doing it off stage, they might as well be on it.
Right, exactly. Like what's the point of the guy wearing all black that's not on stage, but he's doing half the show?
Give him some credit, I say.
Yeah.
Up there, Kevin.
Yeah.
Now, I also wanted to ask you guys, the video for Trouble's Coming is so awesome. That Ford GXL, that car that's in there, is that one of your cars, or was that for the video?
Yeah, it's one of ours. Yeah.
Is it really?
One of many classics we have in the RB garage.
That car is badass. I mean, that's like muscle driving, hitting it late at night. That's a perfect car to drive with Trouble's Coming on. I could just picture that totally.
Just doesn't work though.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't have an engine.
That's why it's in the music video.
Will there be an engine put in that car one day?
Go to die.
Yeah, you got to get the engine put in there one day then.
Absolutely. Or just loads of little hamsters.
Well, I don't know how the traffic is in London, if it's pretty gridlocked all the time. So maybe that's all you need.
Yeah.
Not right now. The roads are pretty clear.
That's true. That is true. Are you guys getting to go out at all? Like, are you getting to go out and do anything? I mean, you said it was probably going to go into lockdown soon, but are you guys able to at least get out a little bit and see other people?
Yeah, we've up until recently, we've been able to kind of, finish our record and begin to get ready on preparing to rehearse and get that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've been able to do that kind of stuff. But apart from that, I guess really we've up until now we've been finishing our record because we were actually in the middle of making our album when the first lockdown came into place. So we ended up finishing recording, mixing, and writing the rest of our record at home in our kind of little studio that we work out of. So I can't complain. We've been able to keep doing what we love doing. I guess it's meant that we've put more time and energy into the record making process rather than, because usually we make the record and we go straight out on the road and then that's it. So I think it's made a better record because of it, but obviously it sucks that we can't go out and play because that's why we make records.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting though that like you guys can do things in a $10 million studio, or now with piecing stuff together at home, you buy a couple $1,000s worth of stuff, maybe you can do just as great things. And it shows you that what the future could be for recording your music, and maybe taking that stuff on the road down the line and, we've got a song idea when we're in Germany. Let's get this thing recorded. Let's put it out as soon as possible. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. It's becoming easier and easier to record. That doesn't make it easier to record.
Right. All right.
You have to kind of, I know exactly what you're saying. You're right. We could be in Germany randomly recording. It's more than possible.
Instead of scrambling to find a studio or something after the show at 2 a.m. or whatever it might be.
Make it all on the iPad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's right there, and you could have it out to all of us within a couple days. What are we thinking about with the rest of the songs? Like, I thought I saw spring of next year. Is that right for all the music?
Yeah.
Okay. Will there be more between now and then besides Trouble's Coming? I would figure probably another song or two.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is kind of Trouble's Coming is like engines on, and we're kind of gunning it down the runway.
I can't wait for the rest of them. Ben,
There's a few more gear changes.
Going faster, even faster.
More gear changes before the wheels tuck themselves in, you know.
Nice.
And it's safe to take off your seatbelt.
Ben, what are like some of the songs on the album? Like, are there any that I guess you can't say specific song titles or anything. Have there been any that really have gotten you and you're like, man, this is going to be the next huge one from Royal Blood right after Trouble's Coming?
Yeah, there's a lot of variety on it, and there's definitely some tracks that were written during the lockdown period, which we didn't originally have on the record when we first went into record. So some of those songs are really exciting and have kind of changed the whole record. And yeah, two of them will probably be singles. So
when you make new songs, like nobody expected us to have all this time, but is that a reevaluation of what you did, or is that adding on to everything that was already like, okay, this is definitely going on there, but now we have these other ideas? So which one was it? Was it like take away and add, or just add to everything else?
A bit of both, really, because I think it's quite a unique experience to hit the pause button on making a record, because usually you kind of have the blinkers on and it's a very short, intense period of time making a record, and then you only really have time to evaluate what you've made months, maybe even years later, because, as I say, you're usually out on the road. So this time round, it's a unique experience to be halfway through and then have a moment where you have to stop, because then you kind of evaluate what you've been doing. And then also we had this extra time to write. So when we came back to the studio, we had new songs and a slightly improved perspective on the stuff we'd already started, you know.
Mm-hmm. And so those other songs that may have been taken away or that you wrote before, are there any that you're holding for the following record? Maybe in a couple years, like, we'll see this, or is that not what you guys do? Will you guys start with a fresh slate down the road?
I think fresh slate always, you know. I think holding on to old ideas, in our experience, isn't very productive, really.
It holds you back.
It does.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, you got to move forward, and always the ideas that come, the newest ideas are always the most enjoyable. You're always the most creative in that scenario, and if those little jigsaw pieces of old songs fit in with or make you as excited as the new stuff that you're doing, then they have a place. But until that, you shouldn't go back to old things, I don't think.
I like that. It's like, you know what? We didn't use this for a reason the first time. Let's just go on. Let's just keep moving forward. Well, boys,
I didn't use it.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I can't wait till who knows when we can see you again. But next year, spring of next year, for the new album and a couple songs to come in between now and then. And Trouble's Coming. We got it on our iHeartRadio stations all over everywhere. Loving it. Guys, big things are on the way for Royal Blood. I know it. And I'm excited that we all get to be a part of it with you.
Thanks, Mike Jones. Appreciate it.
All right, boys. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.